Good morning. Today is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. So already this morning we have gone outside because that's just how we do here. We get up, we get outside, and we were kind of not feeling totally up for going outside, but Hayden was really pushing for it. So we donned our rain gear and Hayden put on a rain suit. And we went out. At the time, it was only kind of drizzling, but then it gradually picked up as we were outside. Hayden likes to jump in puddles, but also she's taken a real interest lately in what surfaces whenever it rains a lot, worms. And I had picked one up once, and I put it in her hand, and she saw it wiggle around and thought that was the coolest thing. So now every time we go outside, she really wants to see a worm and hold a worm. And we saw one, but I think it was already dead. And that got me thinking, why is it that worms surface whenever it rains? I did a bit of research, and it turns out that there is no way to, they don't know exactly, scientists don't know exactly why, but there are several hypotheses. The common hypothesis is that they surface because of the oversaturation of water in the soil. And because there's so much moisture in the soil, the worms don't want to drown, so they resurface. However, that is not the most logical thing, because worms breathe through their skin. The worms don't actually have lungs, nor would they ever drown in the same way that we as humans would, because their anatomy is totally different. So that kind of that hypothesis, even though it's widely known, has kind of been pushed to the side. So lately, the common thoughts are these two. One, that the rain on the surface of the soil causes vibrations similar to the vibrations made by predators like moles underground. And now, moles eat worms, and worms move around based off of the vibrations. So when they feel the vibrations of a predator like a mole, they move upward to avoid that predator. And so some people think it's due to the vibrations on top of the soil coming from the rain. Another hypothesis is that they come out in order to migrate further distances. They can cross big patches of concrete, sidewalks, streets, maybe if they're lucky and they don't get run over, to get to other areas where they can do their worm work. This talk of worms also has me reminiscing, thinking back, 5th and 6th graders, you'll remember, to the great worm bin disaster that happened in room 32. The entire school building stunk because of our one worm bin up on the 3rd floor. I shall never forget that day. Maybe one day we will have a worm bin again, and I'll be sure to double check frequently that there's not too much moisture in it so that it's not overflowing. Anyways, today we'll be having a meeting to check in. Now, previously, Wednesday meetings have been to kind of socialize, share how you're doing, and we can do a little bit of that too, but I also want to take some time today at our meeting and tomorrow to answer any questions, offer any help that you guys need for any work that you've been working on at home. And so it's kind of like office hours is what they've been calling it. So you can come into the room and ask your questions, and remember that if your name is not something recognizable, I need your name to be recognizable on the screen for Zoom so that I know that I'm approving someone from our class into the room instead of some stranger for security reasons. So keep that in mind today, and come with your questions, come with things that you want to talk about, but keep in mind on Friday we will be sharing our work that we've done over the course of this week. So bring your questions. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.